Okay, not to beat a racist dead horse, but this Jillian Michaels thing is still bugging me, and I just figured out why. Because we all know it started from her going to the Smithsonian, seeing the slavery display, and she said as a white person, it made her feel like it looked like all white people bad, which is crazy that she would identify with the villains of history. But that's a whole other thing that she got to come to grips with. Then she tried to minimize slavery by saying only 2% of the country owns slaves, which it's a lie, but bare minimum, it's misleading. You know what else is at the Smithsonian? September 11th display, 9/11. Because they felt that you can see a ton of stuff from that tragic day. You can see burnt flags. You can see the uniforms of the cops and firefighters who either saved people or lost their lives that day. You can see fire trucks. You can see letters written by the people who lost friends and family that day. You can even see parts of the building. That's how important it was that the Smithsonian, that's how important it was to the Smithsonian that they commemorate how bad that day was. Because that day changed the course of this country. It changed everything about America. It changed how we looked at each other as citizens. It changed security measures that we still implement today. That's how bad it was. You know what you never hear? You never hear anybody say, why do we still talk about that? Why is that a thing? It happened so long ago. Matter of fact, we do the exact opposite. We literally say never forget. We got movies, TV shows, documentaries, t-shirts, coffee mugs, all types of things to remind people to never forget how bad that day was, how many people lost their lives that day, how many families were ripped apart that one day. You understand how messed up it would be if a Muslim person said, well, you know what, I understand why y'all still talk about it. There's only a small percentage of Muslims that has something to do with it. I don't even want to imagine what would happen to that person. But I don't think someone would be that fucked up to say something like that. I don't think somebody with a heart would minimize that tragedy of that one day. So to see Jillian Michaels try to minimize centuries of atrocities, centuries of families being ripped apart, centuries of abuse is disturbing. But it speaks volumes. And it tells you that even though those things happened centuries ago, we apparently haven't come that far.